In the halls of power, faith often plays a quiet, yet profound role in shaping decisions and values. Today, we're taking a closer look at an intriguing phenomenon: the notable presence of Catholic leaders in President Donald Trump's new cabinet.
We have to bring religion back. We have to bring it back much stronger. It's one of the biggest problems that we've had over the last fairly long period of time. We have to bring it back. Thomas Jefferson himself once attended Sunday services held in the old House chamber on the very ground where I stand today. So there could be nothing more beautiful than for us to gather in this majestic place. It is majestic, and reaffirm that America is and will always be one nation under God. Deep in the soul of every patriot is the knowledge that God has a special plan and a glorious mission for America. And that plan is going to happen. It's going to happen. I hope it happens sooner rather than later. It's going to happen. Making America stronger and greater and more exceptional than ever before. And we have to make religion a much more important factor now. We have to make it an important factor. And if we do that, it's going to be, our job is just going to be much easier. People of religion are going to be happy again. And I really believe you can't be happy without religion, without that belief. I really believe it. I just don't see how you can be. So let's bring religion back. Let's bring God back into our lives. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much. Great honor. Thank you.
In the halls of power, faith often plays a quiet, yet profound role in shaping decisions and values. Today, we're taking a closer look at an intriguing phenomenon: the notable presence of Catholic leaders in President Donald Trump's new cabinet. From key advisors to influential policymakers, this is turning out to be one of the most Catholic administrations in history. Let's take a look at who President Trump has nominated and try to find out what their Catholic faith journeys look like. Number 1. Secretary of Transportation nominee, Sean Duffy. Raised in a Catholic family in Hayward, Wisconsin, Duffy was one of 11 children. He went on to attend St. Mary's University in Minnesota and eventually met his wife, Rachel Campos, while they were both contestants on MTV's Real World. They went on to have 9 children together. Rachel Campos Duffy has previously stated that rituals such as attending Mass together, nightly prayers, and celebrating liturgical seasons are integral to their household. Duffy was elected to Congress in 2010 as part of the red wave that occurred in the middle of Obama's first term. Staunchly pro-life, Duffy often touts the virtue of large families. He stated, "Every baby we've had has been a gift from God and has come from blessings, and so we take every gift we're given." Number 2. Secretary of Health and Human Services nominee, Robert F. Kennedy, Jr. Kennedy is a Catholic and has spoken publicly about his faith. He stated, "The centerpiece of our lives growing up was Catholicism. We said the rosary at least once a day, oftentimes 3 times a day. We prayed before and after every meal. We read the Bible every night. We read the lives of the saints. We went to church, sometimes twice a day." Kennedy considers Francis of Assisi his patron saint and a role model. In a 2005 interview, he said he was deeply inspired by Francis's devotion to social justice, helping the poor, animal welfare, and environmentalism. In 2004, Kennedy published a biography, St. Francis of Assisi, A Life of Joy. Number 3. Vice President-elect J.D. Vance. Vance was never baptized as a child, rarely went to church, and grew up in a culturally Protestant Scots-Irish area of the country. Vance had stated that a few informal conversations with a couple of Dominican friars is what started him on his path to exploring the Catholic faith. Vance was baptized in August 2019 by a Dominican priest, Father Henry Stephan, at St. Gertrude Priory, which is attached to a Dominican parish in Cincinnati. He chose Augustine as his patron saint and said that there's just a way that Augustine is an incredibly powerful advocate for the things that the Church believes. Augustine gave me a way to understand Christian faith in a strongly intellectual way. Number 4. Secretary of State nominee Marco Rubio. Growing up, Rubio's family was Catholic, though from age 8 to age 11, he and his family attended the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints while living in Las Vegas. He received his first communion as a Catholic in 1984, before moving back to Miami with his family a year later. He was married and attends Mass at the Church of the Little Flower in Coral Gables, Florida. In a 2008 speech, Rubio stated, "God is real. I don't care what courts around the country say. I don't care what laws we pass. God is real. You can't pass a court ruling that is going to keep God out of the building. You just can't." Speaking at length about his faith during his 2016 run for president, Rubio said he is fully, theologically, doctrinally aligned with the Roman Catholic Church. Number 5. United Nations Ambassador nominee Elise Stefanik. Representing the rural northeast corner of New York, Stefanik became the youngest woman ever to be elected to Congress at age 30. Of Italian and Czech descent, Stefanik is a cradle Catholic, though she doesn't regularly speak about her faith, and her voting record's consistency with church teaching is mixed. She has an A+ pro-life rating, but was also one of only 39 Republican representatives to support a bill codifying same-sex marriage into federal law, a measure vocally opposed by the U.S. bishops. There's very little public information regarding Stefanik's Catholic journey. We hope to learn more about this in the future. Number 6. Secretary of Education nominee Linda McMahon. After growing up in a conservative Baptist family, McMahon converted to Roman Catholicism in her later years. While specific public statements about her faith are limited, her Catholicism has been described as a meaningful part of her life, shaping her values and influencing her family relationships. Number 7. Border Czar nominee Tom Homan. Growing up in upstate New York, Homan is one of 7 children. He wrote in his book, "Our upbringing was very conservative and very Catholic. We went to Mass every Sunday and sat in the same pew every time. God help anyone who arrived before us and sat in our seats." Homan has articulated that securing borders not only upholds the law, but also prevents tragedies like those he has witnessed, including the exploitation of migrants. His approach, which blends humanitarian concerns with strict enforcement, has led to both support and criticism, reflecting the complex intersection of Catholic social teaching and U.S. immigration policy. Number 8. CIA Director nominee John Ratcliffe. This is another situation in which we don't have a ton of information on Ratcliffe's Catholic journey. John Ratcliffe's Catholic faith is reflected in his personal and educational background. We know he attended the University of Notre Dame, a prominent Catholic institution, for his undergraduate degree, graduating in 1987. His Catholic upbringing and education appear to have influenced his values and professional approach, though he has not publicly emphasized his faith in political or public discourse. Number 9. The incoming press secretary, Caroline Leavitt. In a recent interview, Leavitt reflected on her Catholic upbringing and how it's influenced her life today. She said, "My parents worked their butts off to send me to a Catholic high school in Lawrence, Massachusetts. Central Catholic High School was an incredible place. It taught me discipline, it brought me closer in my own relationship with God, and it also taught me the importance of public service and giving back to your community." She went on to continue her Catholic schooling at St. Anselm College in New Hampshire. She's now set to become the youngest White House press secretary in history. She'll be the face of the administration in many ways, and will have a global lens focused on her every word. When asked how she deals with the stress, she stated, "My faith in God carries me through. I wake up every day and say my prayers and ask God to give me the strength I need to power through another day."
Soon the Sunday laws will be enforced. and men in positions of trust will be embittered against the little handful of God's commandment-keeping people. 4 Manuscript Release, page 278, 1909.
Shocking glimpse behind the scenes. Check it out.
The prophecy of Revelation 13 declares that the power represented by the beast with lamb-like horns shall cause, quote, the earth and them that dwell therein, unquote, to worship the papacy. They're symbolized by the beast, quote, like unto a leopard, unquote. This prophecy will be fulfilled when the United States shall enforce Sunday observance, which Rome claims as the special acknowledgement of her supremacy.